It's early October and I'm going to be making some Halloween decorations. I met Ben at a Halloween party, so Halloween is kind of special to us. We always like to do something, even if it's small, to celebrate Halloween. So the decorations I'm going to be making are just going to be out of some natural materials. I'm going to be making some little stick figure decorations that are inspired by the Blair Witch Project. I'm not like a die-hard fan of the movie, but I want to use natural materials, and those are the easiest decorations to make, and I have a lot of sticks. So I think it'll look kind of creepy and it'll be fun. So the sticks I have collected from our property, and I'm just going to be using some hemp cordage to tie them together. I also have some handmade cordage that I made out of corn husks. So these corn husks came off of corn that we grew ourselves in our garden, and I just dried them so they are ready to be made into cordage. For this project you will need 4 sticks of similar diameter and similar length. They don't have to be exactly the same, but like one of them is a little longer than the other one. I might trim it down. I'll see how it looks after I put it all together. But yeah, so 4 sticks. These are maple sticks, I think. This one might be something else, but this might be a birch stick, but I mean, it doesn't matter what you use. So you take 2 of these sticks, and I'm just measuring about a little more than a forearm's length of this cordage. And you're just going to be making a cross with the first 2 sticks. So you just kind of eyeball where the center is on them and just cross them over. And take your cordage. So just going to lay the cordage over the first stick. I'm going to hold it with my other finger. And I'm going to go behind the stick on top, wrap it over top, and then go underneath the bottom stick. So now I'm coming out on this side, wrap that over top, and down, and then behind that bottom stick, so now I'm on this side, up and over, behind that bottom stick again. So now I'm on this side and go over, and you're just repeating this. It's a simple lashing. Behind it, up and over, behind it, up and over, and just opposite sides each time. And you just repeat that until it feels like it's not going to move around too much. And I can even let go of that other string because it's locked in place now, because it's stuck underneath all of those lashings that I put on. And you can tie this in other ways. If you want to just do simple knots, that's fine. I just think that this is a little more sturdy, so you don't have to worry about it wiggling around on you. And when you feel like it's nice and sturdy, you're just going to take these 2 ends and tie them together on the other side. Just a regular knot is fine. If you want to create a loop here, you can do that, and it'll make it easier to hang. So I double knotted it. And now to create a loop, one of my strings is a little longer than the other, so it'll be a little fiddly, but you're basically just going to tie a second knot a little farther along and then lock that off. Just pull that nice and tight. There we go. Now I've got a loop. And we're just going to repeat this process with the other two sticks. There we go. This is going to be our arms and legs. I prefer the look of the lashing to be this way up instead of this way. The arms would be here, and here's the legs. And then the other stick comes in. So I guess this is actually more like the torso. Here, the arms are here. I'm going to be trimming this off. I don't want my guy to have 3 legs. So you're just going to fiddle with this until it looks right. And then you're just going to put another lashing on these connections. So one here, and another one here. Alright, so I've gotten those 2 lashings on. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess down here. I don't think his head needs to be quite that tall either, so I'm going to trim that down. That looks right to me. So for this one, I am just going to be wrapping it straight around and doing a regular knot. So I'm just going to wrap right across, straight across. Get my cordage where I want it, and then give it a nice tug. Just keep wrapping until I'm satisfied with how tight it is. And I'll just tie those off on the back. Just a simple knot here is fine. There we are. I'll just trim off the excess. So we've got our little hanging tag right up here at the neck. I'm just gonna go hang that in the woods. I think it looks pretty spooky. The nice thing about this is you can add a bunch of things to it. You can kind of treat it like a scarecrow. If you wanted to use some leaves or things to kind of give it like some clothing, you can do that. You can use stuff from like the Dollar Tree and put like a tiny little pumpkin head on it or something. So there's a bunch of different options with this, like super spooky.